Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to read some posts from Reddit that I found really interesting that relate to spiritual growth and all the different things that we talk about here on this channel. So let's begin. Everyone's upset with me. Has this happened to anyone else? I'm finally making some headway in my healing and in this journey. I've established boundaries and make them clear. I only bring them up when people accuse me of isolating myself or avoiding people, but it's because I put myself first. I have to be precise with my time. I still need that structure. There is one person in my life that I can trust completely, and she understands why I move the way I do. So, in my thinking, that's the type of friendships I want to establish. Not these superficial relationships that make me uncomfortable and feel like I wasted my time. I deserve my peace of mind now and not to my expense ever again. I think this is very good way of putting things when you value yourself, and this is by no means selfish. All of us need to have very strong boundaries on what we allow and what we don't allow into our lives, because that is how you tell the universe what you are okay with coming into your life. So if you don't like superficial relationships or conversations, then don't hang out with people who always do those, right? And that's my mantra, because if I do hang out with these people, I notice that I leak a lot of energy and I am just drained of all my energy at the end of the day, and I do not like that. On the other hand, if I have people with whom I can have really deep conversations, it really energizes me and it inspires me and also helps me creatively. So you can decide what you want to do with your energy at all times, and you can enforce those rules on your own level. Now let's see the comments. Unfortunately, the people who are not prepared to grow with you are the one who will be the most upset with you. That is so true. Let them be. Let them fall away. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to let those people go in order to move forward in life. Because if you keep on clinging to them, then you are just being bogged down by all that heavy energy and all those relationship dynamics that don't work for you anymore. I know how lonely it is when people fall away due to your different belief systems and energy vibrations, and it's often frustrating because you want more than anything for them to raise your frequency, but it just ain't happening. And this can happen with your own family as well, like when you embark on your spiritual journey and you feel that you want to help your family or your friends also to embark on this journey and discover themselves and heal themselves and discover this wonderful life that is there to live, but they are not ready for it yet. So you just can't force it on them, right? So it is a part of your growth to understand that not everybody is going to choose it, and it's all right. Do your thing and eventually they might catch up. I was gonna say FM, but this is better. My friends also dropped away completely, but after a decade or so of healing, I'm beginning to meet people more in resonance with who I am as a more spiritually mature person. That's right, when you begin to grow, even if your old friendships and family relationships, etc., fall away, that is okay, because you're going to meet new people who are at the same level or at the higher level as you, and you get to choose who you want to spend your time with, and also be a part of a community that you resonate with. So another post here: peace of mind comes from within, not from without. This challenge isn't about why people are upset with you, but about why you care that others may be upset with you. And that is something to really think about. Like, why do you care that other people might be upset with you? This is because most of us have been trained to please other people at all times, to make other people comfortable at the expense of our own freedom of expression, right? So if making others comfortable is impeding on your own freedom of expression or your own freedom of speech or anything that you want to do, then that is not the right thing to do. Another comment: you piss a lot of people when you put yourself first, and do you? This is a blessing, because expressing yourself authentically, again the key word here is authentically, pushes away incompatible people and leaves space for the compatible. This is again very simplified explanation. Thank you, Honsince89, for this explanation. We have to remember that the battle is rarely with the person, but with the demons they are two fighting. Again, it's not the person whom we are here to judge and say this is a bad person. It's the demons that they are also fighting. So every single person is dealing with their own demons. And there's a saying in Doctor Strange movie where they say, you only learn to live above your demons, something like that. So when we ascend, we simultaneously awaken demons within others who are protective of their way of life, which you now threaten with your ascension and way of life. This is why so many people have to find a completely different circle upon ascending. That's me. I had to lose everything I ever had, and then I had to find this whole new country even, and whole new circle, everything new in order to live. So not to be engaging in constant spiritual warfare with energies that are determined to keep you down and stuck. This is what I said earlier. If you choose to stay in the same environment that you were hurt to begin with, then you are not only traumatizing yourself all over again, but you're also engaging in constant spiritual warfare with energies that are determined to keep you down or stuck, right? So you cannot heal in the same environment that you were initially traumatized in. So you have to change it. It's hard, it's lonely, it's annoying, it's uncomfortable, but it's so worth it. You will slowly regain healthy control of your life over time, but for the time being, you are still training your spiritual mind. Pain comes from a lack of understanding, experience, and foresight. There's a reason we become more desensitized the more exposure we have to given stimulus, because with experience, we learn how to maneuver a lot easier. Once burned, twice shy. Another comment, this sounds like you have a Saturnian temperament, which is fine. You have the right to isolate and to not want to interact with anyone. Boundaries are extremely important and can be a huge advantage over being a doormat for others. Yes, by all means, there's nothing wrong with this. Again, you don't have to be ashamed to set boundaries. You don't have to be ashamed to grow up. You don't have to be ashamed of leaving people behind if they don't want to hop on the same train of spiritual growth as you. Another comment, good for you. Clear out that bad energy and stay with those who radiate light and goodness. I myself am a recovering people pleaser. As I said before, there is a need to please others and keep others from being upset with you, and we sacrifice so much because of that. I've been setting up my own boundaries with people in my life, and I've been called hostile and cold. It really hurts at first, but then I thought, nah, it's their perception of me. I'm not being hostile or cold. I'm putting myself first. For the first time with people who are used to seeing me kill myself to please them. I have literally injured myself to do a good job. The craziest part is that no one asked me to do that. No one asked me to be a martyr. I did it because I felt subhuman. Like I needed to show people that I was worthy of existence. But I don't have to do that. I don't need to prove I'm worthy to anyone. My time is my own. What I choose to do with it is entirely up to me. I govern myself, and I quite frankly don't give a damn about what others think of my boundaries. As an autonomous being, I have the right to create rules of engagement. If someone disrespects my values or tries to bend my will to their own, then I do not wish to engage with that person. And that does not make you or me a bad person. That's self-respect. Stay strong and be true to yourself. Boundaries are such an important part of self-love. I am so glad you found your power. Don't give it away to anyone. Once again, a very important topic to be discussed about, because almost all of us start here. All of us start by putting ourselves first. So let me know if you enjoyed this video in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.